Hey, house guests.
Are we actually live?
I hope. Hey, house guests. Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 12 Digital Daily Recap.
Let us know if you're out there or not. If
I
you
know.
can actually see us.
We
So
can
we're
see
just
ourselves
talking
now, which is
to
good.
ourselves. Yeah.
We had a little bit of tech issues the last week, but
Yeah.
we're back in this. And
well, it says there's six people here.
Well, our house guests of the day today are Elizabeth FP and Deirdre Marie. Thank you both so much for the support.
Oh, I'm asleep at the switch here.
Oh, girl, get it together.
Oh
Thank you all so much for your support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info.
Well, Super Chats are also a fantastic way to support the channel, and we have two from yesterday. None other than the one and only Randall Westgard, and none other than the one and only Benjamin.
Oh,
thank you guys.
Yes. Hi, Wendy.
Hi.
Yes. So we have some things to discuss. Last night, unfortunately, Dennis was evicted by a vote of 9-0.
But he did look fabulous in that mesh shirt. He really rocked it. You know, sometimes mesh shirt could go either way.
Yeah, but he knew how to style it.
Exactly.
He's got it down. Avery, thank you so much. Hello. Yes, I'm really sad that Dennis was evicted because I feel like he was entertaining. He was smart, wise, mature. Yeah, he's a super fan. And honestly, one of our only hopes to turn the season around.
He seemed like a good person too. And I don't want some a-hole winning.
Yeah. Well, speaking of winning,
there's a bad chance of that happening this season.
Yeah. We finally got to see an HOH competition all the way through on a Wednesday night. So
on
we
television.
Yes.
Not just on a digital daily.
Correct. 2 days later.
Yeah.
We found out that Elijah won HOH.
Oh.
I'm sorry, but I can't be excited about this because I feel like he's going to do whatever Anthony wants. And that's a bummer to me.
The porn star isn't a porn star. It's not that shocking. Because
I mean, nobody was expecting him to win a competition.
Did he really win it?
Well, kind of. I mean, he still won it. Nobody thought that was going to happen.
This was the competition. Put your hands out. Oh, it's handed to
you. Damn. Well, anyway, you may be wondering, what is Elijah going to do this week? He has been saying a few different things in his campaigning. He was saying, number one, I'm not going to put up anybody who's already been up on the block.
Oh, really?
Blah, blah, blah. And he was also saying that he would put up Todd and Tola. Maybe one of those. I don't think he's putting up both of them. No. I fear he's just going to do whatever Anthony tells him to do. And something is telling me it's going to be Bailey. I think Anthony wants to punish Bailey for being flip-floppy about the vote this past week.
Right.
And
for talking smack.
I think she's going to find herself back up on the block.
And she's still coming after him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know about immediately, but
not even low key.
Yeah. I don't know. So I'm not looking forward to this week, but yeah. Anyway, let's talk about today's digital daily. It started out with stuff from Tuesday evening.
Days ago.
So the night before the eviction. And Dennis was doing his thing campaigning. He was trying really hard, checking in with everybody. And I miss him already. Skinnis, we love you.
Hashtag Skinnis revenge.
Yes. If you do end up watching this, we love you.
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, he was campaigning. That was a big chunk of the daily today. And then we saw there was like a family dinner, which I didn't see any food, but they were all sitting around the table. Did you notice that?
I wasn't paying that
close. I feel like all the dishes were empty.
Maybe they had, that was like
maybe it was after or something.
After they ate, they had their little like, let's go.
But the dishes look clean.
Let's go around the table and do our Girl Scout circle.
Yeah. So some people dressed up, mostly the girls.
Todd said he wasn't getting changed.
No, he's like, F that. I'm dressed up.
I don't care if there's a dress code or not. I'm not changing. This is what I put on for today, and that's what I'm wearing.
I mean, I don't blame him. A lot of the dudes were wearing like t-shirts and whatever. All the ladies are like done up.
What are you afraid you're going home? You gotta wear your good clothes?
I don't know. I guess they just wanted to be fancy and have fun. But Dennis seemed pretty annoyed that people were pushing for this fancy dinner to happen.
Dressed up. That's not fun.
Well, he said there's game to be played. Like, why are we doing this? And I have to agree. I would be pissed if they did something like this. Like, and I'm talking about the house guests just planning this event themselves. This is not some
Yeah.
like sponsored content or anything to our
No
knowledge.
SponCon.
Right. This is like when they're like, okay, we're going to have prom tonight, blah, blah, blah. You do not do those events on the night before the eviction, on eviction eve.
Maybe they looked at it as like, oh, this is nice for Dennis
Well,
to reminisce with us because he's going home.
Yeah. Dennis did not appreciate this because he was like, I still have campaigning to do. I still have people to talk to. I feel that for sure. So the house guests were talking about their favorite moments in the house so far.
All their favorite moments were about them. You know?
No, there were a few people.
really loved when I hosted that comp. That was so great.
There were a few people. I remember Lexus being like, Vivek, I loved seeing you get your like letter from home and your pictures, blah, blah, blah.
Cry me a river.
It made her feel emotions, and she's not used to doing that a lot, apparently.
What is this wetness?
I don't know. All right. Well, anyway, at one point in the daily, we had Elijah and Vivek chit-chatting in the HOH room. And again, this is still pre-eviction. So, I know. Elijah mentions at one point that he didn't watch all of season 7. That's Anthony's season.
Because it was a piece of crap.
Yeah, because he said, I saw that the pretty boys were steamrolling and I didn't need to see the rest of it. And yet you're living through another Anthony steamroll and you're doing nothing about it. Nothing. You are helping it along. Like, what are you doing? Maybe you should have paid better attention to that season.
Do you think he realizes that
what's happening?
Yeah.
I don't think he does. I think he's like, wow, I'm a part of it. And like, I'm just going to cut Anthony right at the end. I'm going to win.
I'm a pretty boy.
Mommy, tell me I'm a pretty boy.
You're effing gorgeous.
So yeah, wake up, dude. What are you doing? Elijah seems very loyal to that Directors Alliance, which just a reminder.
What else does he have?
I know, but like, stop. It's him, Matt, and then the Hot Chocolate Alliance.
This is like high school.
Yeah.
And the popular kids are like, hey, losers, wouldn't you love to hang out with us? All right, you have to shine our shoes or do our homework or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. But then we have Matt and Anthony broing out in the red bedroom. These two, honestly, are hard to listen to together because it's just...
What's the stronger romance or showmance? Lexus and Matt or Anthony and Matt?
Anthony and Matt.
Yeah.
100%. Hundo P.
Do you think the other one is a fake showmance for at least Matthew?
I don't think it's fake, but I think he's just like, we're in here for a few months. Like,
so he's with Miss right now.
Right. I don't know if it's a forever thing, but
Anthony's forever.
Anthony is forever.
Okay.
All right. I mean, Saturdays are for the boys, right? So
probably.
Quick story behind that. So my husband and I are, well, it's a rewatch for me. It's his first time through Vanderpump Rules. And I can't remember what season we're on, but there's this one season where Jax wears multiple different shirts that say Saturdays are for the boys on them. And it's just the vibe of Matt and Anthony hanging out.
What day is for cheating?
That's any day. Any day you can get away with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Anthony is complaining about Bailey. What's new? They know that she's been campaigning for Dennis to stay. I mean, Spicy V, we saw her out Bailey to Anthony about that. But Anthony's like, oh, Bailey's coming to me and being like, I'm doing you a favor here by voting out Dennis to help your game when it doesn't really help mine. And he's like, no, I know that she's not actually wanting him out, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So Matt is like, no, I know for sure that Bailey is trying to keep Dennis because Lexus tells me everything the girls talk about. We've been hearing that a lot this week. And we have some direct confirmation here from Matt.
Not Lil Brad Pitt.
Where's all this game that they're talking? I feel like we never see Matt and Lexus on the feeds on the dailies unless they're just like, I like you. Seriously, it is always like she's just like,
yeah. Trust fall.
I like you.
Trust fall.
Yeah. So Matt and Anthony both agree they would like to see Tola win HOH because they think he'll take a shot at Bailey and they won't have to do it. They'll still be good with the girls. Because Matt and Anthony feel like if they're the ones to take out Bailey, the girls are going to be pissed at them.
I feel like, and you might not agree, that Tola is a complete wild card.
Yeah, I would agree. I have like zero read on what he would actually do because
they never show him.
when they do show him talking with people, it's like very vague on his end. Like he has mentioned that he would make a move that people are like afraid to do or whatever, but like what does that actually mean?
Will he do it? Though?
Yeah, and is he serious about it? So I don't know what that is, but
because he talks a big game on the comms too, and I don't see any wins.
Yeah.
I don't see any W's.
So who knows where Tola's actually at in this game?
Mm-hmm.
But Matt was like, "Oh my god." Okay, again, this is before we knew that Elijah won HOH.
Right.
But Matt was like to Anthony, "What will we do if we're in a situation where it's like Tola versus Elijah on the block? Like if the girls win HOH and put up Tola and Elijah, what do we do? Who do we keep? Because Elijah is a member of the Directors Alliance."
Right.
But Tola
is not.
He's a shield for these bros.
Yeah.
And they're not so sure they want to lose him so soon.
Yet.
Yeah.
Just yet. Too soon, Helen.
Yes. So Anthony's like, I think we need Tola. We need to keep him. And Matt agrees.
Oh.
I just have to say.
Bye-bye, directors.
So it would be okay if the guys were to break up the Directors Alliance in order to keep another guy who's not in the alliance. But Matt was all pissy earlier this week that Avery wanted to vote out Elijah to keep Bailey.
Right.
So it's okay when Matt does it, but not if Avery does it. Okay. Noted.
It's the bromance.
Yeah.
It's the number one bromance in the room.
Yeah. So back to Dennis. He can tell the campaign is not going well. Because the girls are literally
telling him it's not going well.
Telling him it's not happening. Avery told him the night before that he was hearing the morning of from like all the other girls, like it's not happening. I'm sorry.
Dude, I can't do it.
Right. So Dennis has this last ditch plan. Maybe he can try. So he's thinking maybe I can try and get in with the other side. Does he actually really want to work with them? No. But he also really wants to stay. Like this is his dream to be there. So when I mentioned the other side, I mean like Tola, Matt, Dougie, and Lexus. Interesting that Lexus is being considered like part of the other side now. Right. I mean, I kind of have to agree with that. It does not seem like she's actually with the girls anymore.
It doesn't seem like she's playing.
That too.
She's just leaking information to the other side and like she doesn't care.
We got a leaky gut here. So
do you think she wants to be on the other side?
Or do
you think she just wants to be
I think it's that.
Yeah. And the only way she gets more airtime with Matt is by
giving him info.
Secrets.
Yeah, because he's like, "Oh, what are you telling me?"
Yeah,
that was something that Spicy mentioned the other day, and I think that was a very good assessment.
Yeah,
she is not getting what she wants from Matt, so she's like, "All right, well, I'm just going to give you more and more info,
right,
so that you'll stick with me,
so that you'll say, you're pretty, but we're not going to do anything.
Exactly
just this."
So Dennis decides, all right, before I actually like move forward with this plan, I'm going to talk to Tola, because Tola, like, who's Tola even with at this point? So like, he feels like he can talk to Tola more.
I think he's with Anthony.
Yeah, I guess. Is he though?
As a shield,
I guess. But he figures he can talk to Tola
as an accessory.
Just assess the situation. So he tests the waters and he's like, do you think this is possible? Like if I get this group together? And Tola's like, somewhat receptive to the idea, but it's hard to tell if he's just saying that to be nice or if he actually would consider keeping Dennis. So then Dennis is like, all right, good enough for me. So he says, I'm gonna go pitch. Yeah, he goes and pitches the new plan to Anthony because he knows if Anthony is not on board with this,
right,
nobody else is going to be.
You gotta go to the head of the snake.
Right. So he's like, I'm not going to waste my time going to everybody else first. Let me just go straight to Anthony. So Dennis is like, all right, me, you, Tola, Matt, Dougie, Lexus. If you guys keep me, I would go after the people who did not vote to keep me. I would be indebted to you guys for at least the next 4 weeks while I target those other people, meaning like the girls.
Yeah.
So Anthony tells him, this is a very appealing idea, but he's basically like, it's too late. Like if you had talked to me about this like a week ago, maybe things would be different.
It's easy to say that.
Yeah, I don't know that that's necessarily true. Yeah. But Dennis was also like very lighthearted in this conversation and being like, all right, well, I guess I'm done. Like they're both laughing. It was kind of nice to see because I know that Dennis was very nervous about talking to Anthony this week.
Yeah.
So Anthony was also very gracious in this conversation, telling Dennis, "You're
for a change."
Yeah, I liked watching this combo. I liked the side of him
to his face. But then we all saw the goodbye messages.
Yeah, we
so
did.
like, he's a phone tiger.
Yeah.
He was all, "Oh, you're so great" to his face, and then and behind his back, in front of Arissa, he's all like, "Gotta keep Dougie's name out of his mouth." Yeah.
Okay, so Dennis tells Anthony, have a very fun game. I gotta give it to Dennis. At least he tried all options. He didn't just roll over and die.
I would have said, "Hope you poop your pants. Bye."
Ah! Imagine. All right, so then after that, we see...
Have one of Todd's hamburgers.
No! A dirty hamburger. All right, we see the doors closing after Dennis is evicted and has left. Hugs all around, of course, like, oh my God, I love you, blah, blah, blah.
Season 12, worst season ever. Yay, 12.
So we just see them like hanging out for a little bit and just be like, oh my God, final 11.
Do they know how terrible they are?
I don't know.
Probably not.
This season is not being received well, just saying. But then cut to post-HOH competition. Elijah is now the new HOH.
What?
And he didn't have a crazy celebration like Vivek. He wasn't like from the bottom.
He did in the
moment.
In the moment.
Yeah.
He got lifted up.
He got Simba'd.
Come on, lift me up. Yeah.
I saw somebody put a side-by-side of Simba being lifted up and Elijah being lifted up, and it was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it was a lot.
Yeah. So, but when they got back in the house,
that?
Yeah, he was very like chill. Like, I mean, he was excited. He had a little pep in his step, but
he wasn't
still
pacing around like a tiger.
He wasn't over the top. Like, I felt like Vivek last week was too much.
Vivek was ridiculous.
Yeah. Forget it.
Exactly.
Okay, so then we have Avery celebrating alone. She's so excited. She's like, everyone doubted Goose this week. I'm sure she's feeling great because just like a day or two before, Goose asked her to be his number one.
Oh.
So she's like, I'm sitting pretty. This is great. She says this week is going to be hilarious. She says Tola is shaking in his booties. Is he though?
I don't think so.
I don't think he's actually in danger here.
I don't think so either.
But Avery seems to think so. So then Kayla joins. They're both feeling like they're good with Elijah.
They do their little wee.
Yeah. And Avery's asking, like, should we try to push for Tola to be a target this week? Like, should we just let it ride? Should we push for it? What do we do? They're not really sure yet, but it seems like Avery is very much wanting Tola to be the target.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happening.
I don't think so either.
So then we've got Spicy talking to the cameras in the trophy room.
Oh, God.
And she's like, I threw that HOH competition.
But I almost accidentally won it.
Oh, my God. We had suspected that she threw this one. I didn't realize that she was, like, guessing on all of her answers. I don't think she's studied that much.
Maybe she should do that more often.
Maybe. But she did not want to win this one.
And she almost did.
Yeah. So then Avery and Elijah come in. They're all celebrating. They're doing their little directors.
Click.
I'm chopping my own head off with the director thing. All right. And then
put it in the guillotine.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh,
so
this season.
Then Spicy V is alone again, talking to the cameras. Are these people okay? They're always studying, and I almost won this thing by mistake.
I never study.
Yeah. So Spicy says these people need help. I mean, they definitely do, but
yeah.
I think they need to be like unhypnotized by Anthony and Spicy.
Yeah.
That's what really needs to happen.
Well, and
she does too. Oh my God.
Production.
She does too, just doing whatever Anthony wants. And she's expressed frustration in the diary room multiple times, but I don't see her confronting Anthony about anything. It's always just like, what are we doing? What's next?
She doesn't want to make waves because she knows that he could turn on her in a second, in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I guess so. So then we have Vivek and Elijah chatting for a few, and Vivek is giving Elijah HOH advice.
Oh my God, like yours was so great.
I don't think I'd be asking for advice from Vivek on how to be HOH.
You're going to be emotional. When I got that letter, I cried.
He kept telling, I mean, some of it was good advice. I do think that Vivek should have taken some of his advice.
Yeah.
His own advice. Basically telling him.
Tonight's for you.
Yeah. Just wait till the next day. Just wait till the next day to start having game competitions.
That actually works out because if the target is Bailey.
No.
Why are they getting rid of all the queer people?
Oh, God. Okay.
So wrong.
Yeah. He also said, use this opportunity to set yourself up for next week, which Vivek thinks he's sitting pretty now because, he made this move for everybody to take out Dennis. We'll see how long that lasts. All right. Elijah gives us a little peek into what he's thinking. And this is something he mentioned the other day. He says, ideally, I would want to put people up who haven't been nominated yet. But he's kind of already backtracking because he's like, boy, if new information comes to light,
I might have to bounce some checks.
So then I feel like we're getting a look into what he's thinking because he starts trash talking Bailey. He's like, oh yeah, I was in here with Bailey and like Todd before. And Bailey was saying that she wished that the POV wasn't used week 2 so that you, Vivek, would have gone. And Vivek is like, oh, Bailey. And then he's like, remember how Bailey said that she would put me on slot for the 3rd week in a row? He's like, I'm still pissed about that. Dude, get over it.
I would have done it.
Yeah, you probably would have.
I wouldn't have given a crap.
No. So, I don't know. Just judging by this conversation, it really seems like Elijah is going to go back on his promise to Bailey and nominate her, which is crazy because not only did he say to her, I'm not putting up people that
who have already gone up.
Yeah, but he also told Bailey specifically, like, I will not put you up at all, like not even after a veto or anything.
This is going to be an insane week then, because the minute Bailey goes up on the block, meltdown.
Oh, she gonna lose it?
Meltdown.
Yeah. So then Avery and Spicy chat one-on-one, and Avery, again, she's on cloud 9. She feels like Elijah winning is the best case scenario for them.
For her.
Yeah. Spicy seemed a little bit nervous because she just feels like Elijah is not a fan. And Avery's telling her, don't worry, like he's so loyal to the directors. Like maybe he would come for you first once we get to final 7 or something.
But he won't go for a director until every other option is exhausted.
Right. Do you think that that's true?
Probably.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, Avery thinks that they can get Tola out this week. And she was talking about how Tola has been such a dick. A wiener.
Sorry, big brother. Don't punish me.
Yeah, to Elijah, like shaking his water bottle in his face or something,
Clicking
like snapping
in
his face. Why are you doing that? And now suddenly he's like kissing Elijah's ass and being like, you want me to carry your bag upstairs? Well.
Yeah, with your ass cheeks.
Speaking of kissing ass. Ew.
Yeah, you could do it.
Elijah comes in and Spicy and Avery are like, oh my God, Elijah!
It should be so obvious to him, but I don't think it is.
I don't think it is because they are part of his director's alliance. Right. So he's just like, yeah, these are my allies. Like, this is great. And he does mention to them, what is that? I don't know. He does mention to them.
Hope the other room's not blowing up.
I know. I think I might have to bounce some checks on some promises that I made while I was campaigning. I feel like we're going to be seeing Bailey and Todd up on the block. That is my prediction.
I think so too.
I think that's what it's going to be. Honestly, it's going to come down to what Anthony wants, I'm sure. And I feel like that's what he's going to be pushing.
If you go with that plan, who would be the replacement if one of those took themselves down or somebody saved them?
I don't know. Maybe Tola at that point, but would Anthony be willing to risk him going? I don't know.
I mean, what are the other? It might be Todd. Oh wait, Todd would already
be up in that scenario. Yeah. Would he try to pull some BS and get one of the girls to like voluntold as a pawn? Will they be voluntold?
You should patent that.
That's not mine.
Oh. Well, whoever made that up should patent that because that's genius.
Yeah. So.
Anyway. What about voluntola?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see Tola volunteering to go up.
Don't send Todd to heaven.
No, maybe Anthony would convince Elijah to go up himself as a pawn. You're going to nominate yourself to be.
What do you think this is? The
Pax Bros? Arissa, can we nominate ourselves?
No.
So that's where we're at. I'm assuming okay, so we're getting a digital daily tomorrow, but I'm assuming we're probably not going to get official nominations results.
Because they want to save it for Sunday.
Yeah, I think if they do it the same way they've been doing it, we'll see like the conversations leading up to it, and then we won't know officially who's nominated until Sunday. But we should get a pretty good idea of what's going to happen with tomorrow's daily.
Then we're going to get extra homework on Monday.
I'm going to work on Easter.
Yeah.
Well,
it's only short.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
It's only an hour.
It's whatever.
Ish.
So Thank you all so much for being here. Hope you're having a great day today.
Let us know how much you hate the season in the comments, please.
Thanks for watching.
Don't let us feel alone
Yeah.
in our disgust for the season.
Oh, God. And until next time,
Much
love.